Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat and welcome to another Kapehan sa Davao here at the second floor of SMCT Annex. This is July 7th and our topic karong adlaw we have two sets of guests. We have from our Department of Social Welfare and Development 11 talking about Disaster Resilience Month o Nutrition Month and Program Updates. I think last week lunch tayo ng Nutrition Month sa my People's Park. And our friends from the SWD will be talking about Nutrition Month and Disaster Resilience Month. Isa yun ang programa. So we are joined by Ma'am Rachel M. Guerrero, Section Head, Disaster Response Management Division of the SWD 11. Kauban niya sila Rain T. Villaver, Unit Head, Supplementary Feeding Program, DSWD 11, and habol lang po si Sir Bong Binondo, the Regional Coordinator of the Regional Subcommittee for the Welfare of Children. So ang topic is Child Safeguarding Policy and kay bago man lang ito ato mga officials so take over the office ilang children's agenda. So to start our press conference, we'd like to get the opening statement. We'll start with Ma'am Rachel.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting us na sa niaining ato ang kapihan sa Davao. On behalf of our Regional Director, Ma'am Merlinda Paragama, we would like to say that the SWD is ready to augment to our communities when it comes to disaster incidents that will happen in our region. Wala man ta nang ngandoy nga naay disaster nga mahitabo, pero ang ato isang ahensya as the Vice Chair for Disaster Response andam nga mo hatag o mo serbisyo sa ato ang mga katawhan sa Davao Region. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. The Rain Deliver of Supplementary Feeding Program, wherein we cater to all children enrolled in the Child Development Centers through blanket feeding, not only the undernourished children, including the children with normal nutrition status.
Okay, this is Lorraine Deliver from Supplementary Feeding Program. We are catering to all children enrolled in the Child Development Centers, also in the Supervised Neighborhood Play, aging 2 to 4 years old, and to those children enrolled ages 3 to 4 years old. These children are being fed through 120 feeding days. So we only not cater to children who are undernourished, but including the children, those who are well nourished. We feed through blanket feeding in this program. Thank you.
Okay, we are streamed live over the PIA Facebook page, PIA 11 Davao Region Facebook page, and of course, Kadampan. Then, ma'am, siguro i-start kay Ma'am Rachel the outside communication month is Disaster Resilience Month. And I think kahapon may ulan, and I think may reports of flooding. And you said na ready ang region. Ito yung ato mga mechanisms in place or facilities na dito sa region that could answer or immediately respond kung na ay nakunin, calamity dahil tayo.
Okay. Sige po. Thank you, sir. For the SWD, we have already prepositioned our food and non-food items across our region. We have a total of 36 partner LGUs nga naatay mga warehouses, no, for us to immediately deploy, no, the needed na mga welfare goods when disaster strikes. And we also have an ongoing ano tawag nito, replenishment po ng ating mga preposition goods. Hindi lang po siya family food packs, to include also our non-food items. And at the same time, we will also be prepositioning our kits po for the women-friendly spaces and child-friendly spaces na magamit natin, no, during disaster incidents, no, especially kung nasa evacuation centers na po yung ating mga beneficiaries. And we also have an ongoing conduct of technical assistance, no, to our LGUs, as they are our partners in the implementation. Hilabi na sa pag-manage sa mga evacuation centers. No? We have to kanang build the capability of our LGUs, especially ang local nga mga social welfare and development offices, no, kay sila man tong ang counterpart sa implementation, sa pagprotektar sa ang mga IDPs or the internally displaced persons, no, during when disaster strikes.
Last year, or do you have data na pila na po na-provide na mga food packs sa DSWD during calamity sa region?
Okay. As to the provision, sir, for last year, hindi po namin nadala yung data, but as of ngayon po, kasi meron po tayong mga assistance provided po. We already have provided a total of 43,076 family food packs for the first quarter of this year, and 5,693 family food packs for the second quarter po. So, more or less po yung nabigay na natin sa community is around mga 49,000 po. Then, we also have provided a total of 2,900 plus na non-food items. This is for the incidents that we have captured, no, and based on the request of our partner LGUs, no, mga flooding and fire incidents, flooding and landslide and fire incidents po within the Davao region.
Yung sabi mong kits, no, for child-friendly spaces and mother-friendly spaces, ano po yung mga materials?
Ito po siya na mga kits po. Yan po ang gagamitin po once na mag-activate yung ating IDP protection cluster. This is also to provide spaces, safe spaces, no, for our women, no, para makaventilate sila during the while they will be staying in the evacuation center. Same with our children. So meron po tayo dyan mga for the children, meron pong kits for drawing and arts, storytelling, no, lalo na pag kasi 'di ba during disaster unang maapektuhan ang kanilang pag-aaral, no? So while they're staying in the evacuation center, they will be doing temporary activities, no, na dili pod siya mawala, no, dito sa sa ilahang regular, no, nga kanang pag-eskwela o pagtunghan, no, naagi hapon na ay bisihan ang ang mga kabataan while they're staying in the evacuation center. Same as with our women na were also vulnerable sector dira sa katilingban during disaster. Aduna usab sila space, no, nga makaventilate sila, og adunay mga psychosocial services nga ipahigayon diha sa ilaha aron nga makatabang, no, sa pag-isa ilahang mga gibati while experiencing the event, no, nga nahitabo sa ilang pagtatag sa komunidad.
Okay, thank you. And Ma'am Lorraine Villaver, of course, last week na Nutrition Month, no, I think also last week na guest po naman ang NNC, National Nutrition Council. Ma'am, ilang data yung sa supplementary feeding program, yung sa cycle natin, ilan na po ang nabigyan natin sa region?
Okay, for the 14th cycle, which was given last year, we have provided one feeding program among 122,400 children beneficiaries. And for this year, 15th cycle, we have 89,879 children beneficiaries. Pero ito ay papakainin pa lamang. So we are on the process of preparing of our food allocation, and some are preparing for the procurement for the feeding program.
Yung itong 120,000, paano ko sila ma-identify?
Okay. Feeding those children who are enrolled in the child development centers are being identified as SFD beneficiaries. And if we have children na kato mga nagdagandagan lang labas sa daycare center or child development centers, if maabot sila 10 to 15, they will also be given feeding program with activities.
Kang Ma'am Rachel, Ma'am, tanong na ko Ma'am, right now Ma'am, no, sa pila ka tuwag na nato gina-commemorate ang disaster resilience na on the part of DSWD, unsa pa ba ang dapat nato i-improve, no? In terms of the disaster response, no, especially dito sa mga paghatag at mga relief.
Ang ato sir is ato yung pakusgan no ang ato ang partnership with LGUs no kat dili pa tanan nga LGUs nato adunay preposition na goods no, so because we are also requiring them to have their warehouses no, so that is also one thing na para mas mapadali no, kay ang number one nato nga concern during disaster is kana ganing ato ang mga kalsada no, mga tulay nga mga guba no, so if ang ato ang mga preposition goods are readily available na sa ato ang matag lokalidad no, swift paspas na gyud siya ang ato ang pag-respond sa ila. Another thing is the continuous provision of technical assistance sa ato ang mga DSWD staff no. Dili lang ta maglimit kung aduna sila training on disaster response, is mauna to siya no, because we also have to consider no base sa ato ang mga experiences unsa pa ba ang dapat nato nga tun-an no. Aside sa response operations, we also have this IDP protection and this handling of our welfare goods, as we are also the lead cluster for the food and non-food items no. So mapasiguro nato no, part ani is mapasiguro nato nga ato ang stockpile sa Davao region dili gyud siya moubos no, ug ato ang ma-monitor from time to time nga ma-ensure nato nga ang expected nato nga stockpile of 100,000 readily available na siya every monitoring nato. So we are doing it every Thursday nga mag-submit ni sa central office to monitor also our stockpile of welfare goods. So as of the moment, no, we already have a total of 115,748 na family food packs. That is prepossession sa ato ang 2 warehouses no sa Davao region and 36 preposites po.
Duha ka Ma'am warehouse, mo ito sa Tagon.
It's within ang own sir sa Bago Oshero, and we also have rented sa Panakan. Yes po.
For whole Davao region.
Yes po.
Kung kagaling naman nabanggit niyo about sa child support for the gusto niyo elaborate more on this.
Technical support for the LGUs.
Okay.
This is through trainings, orientations, no, on camp coordination and camp management, handling child-friendly spaces management, women-friendly spaces management, and other response nato nga mga concerns no, especially nga mauni siya ang ato ang mga ginaasahan no nga ma-deliver nato sa ato ang mga tagsatag sa community, hilabi na sa pagprotektar sa mga IDPs nato while they're staying in the evacuation center.
Sila nakabuk mga LGU na undergo mga support.
Okay, for this we have a total of For the camp coordination and camp management training, we have a total of mga 17 LGUs, no? More or less 17 LGUs. We also have provided orientations, no, on the reporting of our LGUs, no, sa particularly sa ato ang municipality of Davao Occidental, and we will be having another round of orientations and trainings, no, sa some other LGUs na who have requested also na to have a conduct of camp coordination and camp management training.
Thank you po.
Okay, Ma'am Lorraine. Ma'am, itong 89,879 children na under sa SFP program is this year lang po ito.
Yes, for the 89,879 children beneficiaries that will be catered this year for the 15th cycle, whole region.
Ma'am, can you elaborate more what is what is this 15th cycle?
Okay, we started supplementary feeding program year 2011. That was the first cycle. So every year, so instead of, kaya sinasabi natin cycle kasi every year we have feeding program intended for these children for 120 feeding days. So 120 days feeding cycle. So kaya sinasabi natin cycle, and we are providing menu or recipes for the children to be fed. So we have hot meals and alternative meals. When we say hot meals, it is viand and rice. And if it's alternative meals, ito yung tinatawag natin ng mga nutriban. So, yung mga pagkain na non-rice na pagkain.
For 15 years, tama ba? 15 years.
Yes. For 15 years na ang supplementary feeding program. For this 2025.
So 15 years, ma'am, kamusta po yung outcome po?
Okay. Since our goal is to maintain and sustain the nutritional status of our children beneficiaries, and also to teach our mothers or guardians on the health and nutrition, and also for them to be able how to sustain or to maintain the health of our children beneficiaries, nag-i-improve naman po ang mga nutritional status ng mga bata. So, yung mga undernourished children natin, nagiging normal naman ang weight. Pero syempre, sa mga bata na mahilig kumain, nagkakaroon pa rin tayo ng overweight sa ating mga kabataan. But still, we feed the overweight children because itong 3 to 4 years old is a formative years. So maaring kahit na overweight sila, maaring maglulose din yan sila ng weight, or kung magkakaroon sila ng pagpalagay natin, magkasakit yung bata. But we have to give physical activities for them to attain or obtain the normal nutritional status of these overweight children.
So this year, saan po nakafocus na lugar dito sa Davao region po? At ano yung mas problemado in terms of?
Okay, for this year, since we cater all 49 LGUs, so lahat po ng 49 LGUs ay meron po tayong supplementary feeding program. Lahat po ng my child development centers ay binibigyan din natin. Basta naka-enroll ang bata sa CDC or Child Development Center, ay bibigyan natin ng supplementary feeding program. So, hindi lang yung isang lugar, kundi buong rehiyon po ng Davao City ay nagbibigay tayo ng supplementary feeding.
Okay, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of the regional coordinator of the regional subcommittee for the welfare of children in Region 11, Sir Bong Binondo. Ang iyang topic will be the Children's Relief Emergency and Protection Act and localizing comprehensive emergency program for children. Opening statement sir, and para diretso na, explain natin Children's Relief Emergency and Protection Act, and also yung ating localization of comprehensive emergency program for children. Ito ay update.
Sige, may buntag, salamat Sir Randolph. Siguro, together with the SWD, sa Division sa Disaster, DRMDO, sa supplementary feeding, kami nagatanaw. Recently, nahuman lang nato atong annual mandatory child-friendly local governance audit. And under the governance indicator, almost all LGUs medyo absent ang comprehensive emergency program for children na naka-integrate sa local disaster risk reduction management plan. Only except one LGU ang Bansalan. So naa sila SETC. This indicator alarm us nga kailangan ma-plaster gyud ang plano sa emerhensiya sa bata sa LGU plans, including the province, LGUs, and the barangay. Na enforce the Republic Act 10821 katong Children's Emergency Relief and Protection Act. Kunya na po'y memorandum circular ang DILG kung unsaon ni pag-localize kaning comprehensive emergency program for children. So I think in disaster observance karon, I think kani ang atong pakusgan ang Regional Interagency Monitoring Task Force sa CFLGA chaired by DILG, of course, vice-chaired by DSWD, kailangan tutukan, monitor, o provide ng technical assistance on how to formulate this comprehensive emergency program for children. So I think kanang nga topic ang tanawunon karon, especially the profiling on the DRR plans. How many children are living in disaster-prone area? And what are these perils? No? What are these disasters nga mabutang kay suki man ka, bago lang baha, no, bago lang landslide, perminti na. But if these profiled children are being identified in the plans, then we can expand our drills, no, our preparedness, especially with children with disability and children nga kanang with special needs. So sa disaster medyo mao na atong tutukan and to develop early warning device for these children with disability and children with special needs, including katong excluded children in emergency. Kinsa man ni marginalized children, children with disability, ug katong mga bata nga naa sa residential center. Medyo usahay makaligtaan during evacuation center. So kato Sir Ando.
Of course, kay bago lang, I think what are the things to be done because bago lang ni out of office ang mga newly elected officials. So, unsay atong mga plano to interact kay sa kanila mag-rely din yung the trusting of that.
Yes, Sir Randolph. I think very crucial karon kay medyo wala naman tong executive and legislative agenda. I think mawala siya. Ilisan siya bago sa academy sa DILG, Local Government Academy. Still, we want to look at children's agenda in the executive and legislative agenda. Kailangan siya mag-adapt ng ordinansa, particularly on this comprehensive emergency program for children or child protection in emergencies. Hantod na ma-incorporate nato sa Children's Welfare Code o Local Code for Children. Ikaduha, ang executive agenda kaming plans, no? How to incorporate these children emergency plans into the comprehensive development plan as a mother plan of the LGU o katong local disaster risk reduction management plan. So I think kana siguro siya, Sir Randolph. Aside from that, the structure of the local government must collaborate. Katong Local Council for the Protection of Children or LCPC o katong Local Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council. Sila duha ang gimandahan sa balaod sa memorandum to work together. So, nakatoka si DRRMC as integration, formulation, pero si LCPC ang context sa children's rights, no? O katong 28 minimum standards, global standards, kung paunsa nato i-handle ang mga bata before, during, and after disaster.
Any questions for friends from the media?
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
si King Pop GMA Super Davao. Ma'am, na-mention mo 150 ang ato ang pondo for food items. Sa what ma'am sa non-food items?
Okay. For the non-food items, no, we have available kitchen kits, family kits, and sleeping kits. Also have hygiene kits, no, na naka-station. Ang ato ang kanang mga kits is amounting to 88 million, no, nga total nga amount, and this is also readily available, sir, sa ato ang tagsa-tagsa ka mga purpose sites and also sa ato ang duha ka warehouses do diri sa Davao Region. And aside from that, we also have available na mga modular tents, no, ganing red ang color na gina-plaster nato sa kanang mga gym, no, to provide safety po sa to ang mga families while they're staying there. And also at the same time, we also have the family tents, no, katong mga ginagamit nga white ang color, no, per family kung ang ilahang stayhan is ang open ground, no. So mauna siyang atong mga available nga mga non-food items, no, nga readily available usab na siya during response operations.
Ma'am, karong nasa sa resilience month na ba tayo nakahanay ng mga activities?
For the SWD, sir, yes, we have activities nga nakahanay. For this week po, we will be having a technical assistance, na provision of technical assistance sa tuwang mga DSWD quick response teams on the management of mobile kitchen, because we already have the mobile kitchen, no, nga bag-o lang gid siya na hatag sa ato from the central office, but we need to have this technical assistance on how are we going to use this, no, kay we facing that maugpod na siya ang usa sa mga nakita nga mga panginahanglanon, no, during the first day of the disaster incident, no, ang kanang yung provision sa pagkaon immediate, no, so that is why we have this ongoing, no, technical assistance for our DSWD quick response team members on the on the management of our mobile kitchen. Aside from that, we will be also having our knowledge sharing, no, on the climate change adaptation and mitigation, along with our same DSWD staff, no, new and old DSWD staff, or current staff, and ang atong mga newly hired. Then we will be also be having an ongoing, no, replenishment of our welfare goods, starting today until July 31, and the provision of technical assistance to the municipality of Sarangani on the camp coordination, camp management, and IDP protection, no? Kay sila tong recently lang, di ba, na na pod sila, no, sila pod ang epicenter, no, sa ato ang sa Maungalinog, no. So those are some, and another thing is the prepositioning of those family kits, prepositioning of the women-friendly spaces and child-friendly spaces kits, no, para ang ato ang mga identified LGUs, no, nga mostly nga naapektuhan yun, priority nga naapektuhan sa mao nga mga kalamidad, may it be baha or linog, no, aduna na sila'y available, no, nga friendly space kits and nga magamit, no, for the women and children. Thank you.
Last na lang po, ma'am. Nagadawat pa ba tag donation, ma'am? Paunsa nato masiguro nga luwas ang mga labi na ang mga pagkaon ihatod.
Okay. For the donation, sir, we have our donations management, no, and we are no longer accepting katuganing mga donations ng mga ukay-ukay, no, like mga silina, because we will be providing katugyong ato ang family kits na brand new gid siya, sir, no. This is also to abide with the laws na adhering to that, no, sa labi na sa ato ang pag-manage o ingon man usab sa mga pagkaon. So we will be checking together with our sa property namo, as they are also part of the inspectorate team, no, sa mga goods o sa mga possibility, no, unsa man galing ang ilahang i-donate, no. So our donations management na section will also be handling those donations concern. Thank you.
So much po. Kang Ma'am Lorraine po. Ma'am, dapat yung activities po karon ma'am? If na subay sa National Nutrition Month.
We will be having a culmination activity on July 31 for the Nutrition Month, which will be held at the regional office, DSWD.
Ito itong highlight ng mga activity ma'am.
So, our activities on this coming up Nutrition Month, we will have a cooking contest, and we will also have a jingle contest, and quiz bee for our participants during the activity.
Hello po, good morning to Ma'am Villaver. Ma'am, padayon ko sa inyo, ma'am. Regarding sa imong na-mention ka ganina nga na ay mga monitoring sa katong mga underweight at sa mga overweight na mga bata, ma'am, na ba'y required o kana strict monitoring sa ilaha? Pila po sila kabok, ma'am?
Okay. For this year, since nagagather pa ta og mga bata, no? So we are still ongoing consolidating of the children who are undernourished children. Kung kinsa tong mga malnourished children good. But sa mga nilabay na mga tuig, about mga 26%. So ang undernourished, pero after 120 feeding days, meron namang improvement ang ating mga kabataan. So last year, about 5,000 children beneficiaries were undernourished. And after 120 feeding days, mga about 2,000 plus children ang nabilin pa ng mga undernourished children.
Ma'am, pwede na to ma-compare ang data between sa mga underweight o mga overweight, ma'am. Asa ang mas daghan to?
Ang overweight nato dili man kayo daghan, but since mas marami yung bata na undernourished, malnourished children.
Based on your assessment, ma'am, or sa ato ang agency, unsa ang mga reasons possible nganong na ay mga overweight, ma'am? Is it hereditary po ba? Genes ba nila?
Okay, for the overweight children, I guess it's not hereditary, but parang ito na mga bata, since sa ngayon, no, mahilig kumain ng matatamis yung ating mga kabataan, mahilig mag-ice cream, mahilig mag-chocolates, and this can help gain weight to our children beneficiaries. Iinom ng sodas. So nakakatulong ito, or ito ang isa sa kadahilanan bakit sila bumibigat. At syempre, mas marami ang kinakain, high in carbohydrates ang kinakain ng ating mga bata. At saka syempre, yung nanay dapat tinuturuan kung paano yung tamang pagkain o tamang intake ng ating kabataan. Minsan kasi ang nangyayari, luoy pa ang bata, tagaan, dungagan pa, bisag sobra na ang ginakaon. So kailangan din natin i-disiplina yung ating mga kabataan kung ano lang dapat ang karami or kadami ng intake ng isang bata.
Thank you po, Ma'am Villaver. So, Ma'am Guerrero po, good morning, ma'am. Nating assessment, ma'am, kung how prepared are we, especially the Davaoenes, ma'am, when it comes to mga disaster na mga incidents.
Okay, with regards to that, ma'am, ang nag-conduct yun primarily is our LGIS, our Local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. And we also have discussed now with our Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council on what are the efforts that has been transpired na sa ato ang mga communities when it comes to preparedness measures. No? Some of them, din ay mga enhanced na mga warning systems, no, with regards to responding labi na sa pag-enforce, no, sa mga balaod nato, like the preemptive evacuations, no, kung kana siya nga area is affected siya sa mga possible na pagbaha, no. And aside from that, they also are on its way to prepositioning of goods, no. Some of our LGUs already have replicated, no, nga dili lang si DSWD ang ready, no, for the prepositioning of welfare goods, but also our LGUs, no. So natin mga continuous effort along with our Regional Risk Reduction and Management Council as our MDR, part po sila dito sa members sa maong council. Thank you.
Ma'am, I believe per quarter ang inyong mga assessment, ma'am. Sa ato ang budget, ma'am, pila po ang ato ang ditagana po per quarter or
Actually, ma'am, ang assessment na ginapahigayon is per LGU man. They have their local fund for that, no, sa disaster na fund. And for DSWD, we have our fund, no, for the monitor, for provision of technical assistance sa to ang mga LGUs. We needed, no, base sa, like, after the conduct of our SBCCA, no, we have identified, no, kanang itong capacity assessment sa ato ang LGU. We also have identified na kinsa tong ato ang mga LGUs needing further na mga technical assistance. So may it be through online or face-to-face, no, nga pag-provide ni ini and trainings and at the same time amo pud na siya nga ipaabot, no, sa central office, no, for possible nga budget na allocation, as we also have limited na budget for trainings na i-conduct sa ato ang pagkatag sa mga LGUs. And we also have kanang encourage na our LGUs na to set aside budget for trainings, no, kung dili man ma-provide ni DSWD. It's LGU funded na mga trainings on response preparedness measures. Thank you.
Lastly, ma'am, curious lang po. Sa itong mga na-purchase na po nga mga food packs, I believe that mention ka ganina na abot na og 100,000 po. So, ang mga expiration date, ano ma'am, pila ka years ang ato ang gina-consider po?
Most likely, ma'am, ang pinaka-una mangyud nga ma-expire is the cereal. So, it's 12 months. So, as of karon puro man pod bag-o kay we practice, no, first in, first out, first expiry, first out. So, ato ang ginamonitor sa ato ang warehouses, no, part sa pag-manage ni ini nga mapasiguro nga ang ato ang mahatag na family food packs, no, and that nga maabot dito sa ato ang communities is dili gid siya expired. So, our with regards to other nga mga items na inside the family food pack is 2 years mansad siya na 2 to 3 years. So ang una lang jud nga ma-expire is kadtong coffee and that kanang cereal or chocomalt. Pero 12 months, 11 to 12 months na pud siya kanang ang grace period niya. So again, our warehouse is practicing the first in, first out, and the first expiry, first out. Thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Any question? Carlo? Good morning sa atong mga bisita. I'd like to ask Sir Kang Mambilyaber with regards sa nutrition plan, if you could elaborate for clarification po. Kani, we cannot deny the fact na naman gihapoy stunting when it comes sa atong mga undernourished children na halos wala sila kabalo unsay ipakaon sa atong mga bata regardless whatever age bracket it is. Pero how will you advise sa atong mga parents, labi na sa atong mga kaigsunan in order to ingon nato nga matagan og sakto nga nutrition para dili maabot sa point na malnourished o labi na sa katong ingon nato nga dili yun sakto ang height.
Thank you for your question, sir. So that is one of our challenges here in the Philippines, stunting. Stunting started should be given to our mothers, no? Yung pagbubuntis. Dapat this is we call the first 1,000 days of child's life. Dapat sa pag-umpisa pa lang, pagbubuntis pa lang ng ina, dapat bastante na iyang ginakaon, sakto na iyang ginakaon. And this, hangtod nga mga anak siya, until 2 years old, dapat giatiman ang bata o pagpasuso sa iyahang gatas. So, kinahanglan, dili lang sa Child Development Center, but it will start from the womb ang nutrition sa ato ang mga bata para hindi maging stunted.
I ask this question yun kay basin katong mga ginikanan na anad naman sila nga dili haom nga pagkaon ang ilang ginahatag. In fact, nga on my observation nga kasagaran they'll eat fast food, mga fried chicken, which we cannot prevent the fact. So how does it possible nga hatagan o gano
pagsabot para dili sila nga maingon nga ma-end up na overweight, then ang maura gyapon ang height is kulang gyapon.
For our mothers nga naay mga anak sa atong child development centers and also katong ato ang mga Fortis members, binibigyan sila ng FDS at meron din test doon sa ating CDC. Binibigyan natin ng session yung ating mga parents and guardians on how to have a good nutrition and so that our children will not become stunted. And children at the age of 2, stunting is irreversible. Ibig sabihin, kailangan pangalagaan talaga pag-umpisa pa lang sa pagbubuntis. At yung mga nanay natin na nasa daycare center ay binibigyan natin sila kung paano ang tama o ang dapat na lutuin o ihain para sa ating pamilya.
Okay, to Sir Bong, no, recently, opening ang classes last week, yung private, I think that kwantong usually bullying, no? I remember nag-viral tong bullying incident last week sa Isabela, Basilan. Usa atong sa council to implement yung mga anti-bullying efforts or initiatives, lalo na sa mga eskwelahan.
Siguro sir, timely po, opening of classes. DepEd is now on the review of the safeguarding policy. No, atong child protection policy, including capacity building sa Child Protection Committee. And publicly, introduce na po ni DepEd na nagyoy functionality of Child Protection Committee just to enforce DepEd Order 40 series of basic rights. So, klaro man dito ang child protection element or safeguarding policy ng measures na plus-star, both public and private, including ECCD nato. Ang iyahang prevention measures. So, natay mga series nga i-identify diya sa atong school base plus katong response measures. No? Kung na may mahitabo, so kailangan gyapon tong mga principles in sound pag-handle sa bata. Inya katupod ang atong ginapakusgan katong ikatulong nga elemento sa child protection policy, usa lang ang bullying, katong pag-handle sa minor to minor, especially katong reporting system, mechanism. Kani mong ang kulang na ang preventive measures, na ang response measures, pero ang bata, kaunsa siya mo report. So, we need a school nga kailangan mag-innovate, paunsa nga mas makaduol ang bata mo report. And Council for the Welfare of Children just launched, dugay-dugay na po, ang Makabata Helpline. Pwede email, pwede social media, pwede mobile number. But aside from that, we want also to respect ang school-based na siya. Kaya naman tayo DepEd order, na tayo child protection policy. Gani, mas gipakusga nato sa Region 11, sa DepEd 11, nag-i-opisina ang learners' protection rights. Gibutangan yung siyang tao, nag-hire yun. So, I think, pag-abot sa kaso sa bullying, case-to-case basis yun, and padayon ang mga capacity building sa atong child protection specialist, diya sa mga divisions, districts sa atong DepEd. Yeah. So, aside nga naapod tayo ginapakusgan sa atong early childhood care and development.
Yung this Makabata Helpline, peculiar lang siya sa inyong sa region na Children's Council.
Ang Makabata Helpline, na-move na siya because of Executive Order 79 sa current administration. It's Makabata program yun. Usa lang ang Makabata Helpline as reporting mechanism. Sa Makabata program under EO 79, it's the DSWD who will be the frontliner. Murabag katubang gikonvene lang niya, gipasayon niya ang reporting o pag-handle response sa mga child abuse cases. O gimandahan niya ang local government na naging Makabata Health Coordinator. Iwasan tong pagpasa-pasa. For ongoing, sa central office, gina-develop yun nato ang operational guidelines sa Makabata program. Usa lang yun ang Makabata helpline sa component sa Makabata program sa EO 70.
Learners protection sa may DepEd office, kung siya, para din siyang doon din mag-report, reporting system, makakasa sa reporting system.
Yes, sir. Dito yun kay nag-requirement ang regional division o mga reported child abuse o kaning tawag ani mga bullying. Aside na daghan man ta napatay online, cyberbullying, napatay cybercrime, napatay usaid sisain. So dili lang nato i-limit sa bullying ang kaso sa school. Kay daghan ta diha nagkalain-lain, but gusto lang natin paklaro nga mas gipakusgan ni DepEd karon together with other partners kay permi sila nag-invite sa stakeholders consultation nga pakusgan ang Child Protection Committee nga dili lang ni pang school. Kailangan jud ang suporta sa Barangay Council for the Protection of Children o other stakeholders.
These children protection kung committee sa school-based, school-based.
School-based.
So, tanan we have committees, working committees.
Yes, klaro na sa DepEd Order 40, Series of 2012. Dapat na adyo'y committee chaired by the school head, vice chair o God focal or guidance counselor. Kay tungod sila man tong una pag makadawat og report ang verification, validation, and investigation whether katong naka-offend o na-offended party would face administrative, civil, and criminal cases. Unya, tanawon po kung criminal, di man gidmuhan nilang DepEd, ma-refer ni ito appropriate structure. Pwedeng sa barangay, pwedeng sa laing partners, no, kay nailimitasyon po ang pag-handle sa DepEd.
Okay, question sa mga friends of media. Since wala na, we'd like to thank our guests for coming over, Ma'am Lorraine, Ma'am Rachel, and Sir Bong. Participated, we start with Ma'am Lorraine.
Maraming salamat sa suporta sa supplementary feeding program, especially to our LGUs, so our partners na the-support sa ato ang programa, labi na sa pag-maintain and sustain sa nutritional status sa ato mga kabataan. Preparedness no saves lives, so we encourage our Davaoenos no to be prepared at all times no sa unsa man na siya nga mga kalamidad. Have your emergency kits no or the go bags no para mahimong part sa ato ang preparations when disaster strikes, and we also encourage our Davaoenos to actively and seriously participate all drills no nga ginahimo nato kay siguro na yung uban nga ma-observe is for compliance lang no, so we have to actively participate. And another thing is we also encourage our stakeholders and our communities no to work with our agencies no kay dili makaya sa gobyerno nga mag-inusara no nga mag-implement sa ato ang mga disaster preparedness measures nga in time sa kalamidad no mahimo unta natang prepared ang tanan. Thank you.
Sige, bago ko sa akong last statement, mag-plug lang ko. Together with Social Marketing Unit sa DSWD and CWC Davao or RACWC, we will be having a Makabata Media Workshop. Tungod kay ang CWC, nagpagawas na sa guidelines at media guidelines in all setting, in sound pag-cover sa bata. So, together with SMU, DSWD, and CWC, karong 29-30. So, sa 29 siguro na I work media coverage dito sa may Santa Cruz with children with disability. Pagka 30 would be the inputs, no? Kung unsa tong isgutan nato tong bagong release nga handbook sa CWC on media guidelines handling or covering children. So, salamat kayo in terms of pag-invite PIA 11 at atong SMU sa DSWD. Last message lang is that let's try to also consider children during emergency. No, mas klaro siya sa ato ang especially the local government in 3 levels katong mga plans, investment plans, policies, ordinances, structure, the RRMC o kaning LCPC and other related nga structure also, GAT focal point system. So, mo siguro to ang atong bantayan po, especially we have a newly set of elected officials, appointed department heads na trust ang local chief executives to review all these mandatory plans. Dili tungod kay i-prepare sa child-friendly local governance audit or SGLG, but tungod kay kailangan yun natin tutukan ang mga bata during the birthdays. Again, dagang salamat, may buntag.
Maraming salamat sa atong guest, Sir Bong, Mac Rizal at Mac Lorraine. We'd like to thank SMCT Davao for again hosting our kapehan and also to speak for the delicious donuts and coffee. This is Buda Palama, Philippine Information Agency 11. Till next week, more relevant topics to discuss. Thank you.